What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the D. The Europa League and Champions League final are set. We got Manchester United versus Villarreal in the Europa League final and Manchester City versus Chelsea in the Champions League final. We're going to start off in the Europa League, and I want to hear the predictions that you guys have for United versus Villarreal.
A little bit of two-pointer right here. So first off, obviously I'm disappointed not to make the final. And I think that Arsenal played a very poor game. And we don't deserve to be in the final. And secondly, I think Manchester United's going to thrash Villarreal. I honestly don't even think it's going to be that close. They'll win by at least 3. I think could be. I think Villarreal will get 4-1. That's my guess. 4-1. I'm being nice about that. I think that Manchester United is a very strong side right now, and Villarreal, especially playing against a team like Arsenal, don't like to trash on my own team, but especially playing against a team like Arsenal, didn't do exactly as they wanted to. They had a 0-0 game where both teams kind of played really bad. It just wasn't a great game, and Manchester United's been in a really good string recently. So I think this is going to be a breeze of a Europa League final for them.
Yeah, on paper, it's Manchester United's game for sure, 100%. I mean, we've seen things go against the run of play or whatever you call it in the Champions League, in the Europa League in the past, of course. But Manchester United should absolutely thrash Villarreal, as you said. I think they're going to do it. This is Villarreal's first ever major European final. They've made it to the semifinals a few times in their history. This is their first final. This is Manchester United's second Europa League final. Their last one 4 years ago, they won it. To me, it's Manchester United's game. Always will be. Always has been. It's going to be about 3-1. That's going to be my prediction.
Yeah. See, I slightly disagree with you guys. I'm going to say that Manchester United is going to win, but I think it's going to be an awfully close game. Manchester United are not great under pressure. I mean, sure, they had a great display versus Roma, but normally they're not great when they're under pressure. And I think Villarreal right now is a very strong team. They have a lot of good players. Unai Emery, he's been an amazing coach this season. I think it's going to be a 1-goal difference. I think it's going to be a tight match the entire time. I think Gerard Moreno is going to have an amazing game versus the Manchester United backline. I think it's going to be a very tight match, but I'm going to go with Manchester United.
And once again, not to thrash on Villarreal, but as Aiden said, on paper, they are the weaker team. Manchester United in league is doing superb. And on paper, they've got just the better players if you're looking head to head. Obviously, Gerard Moreno's having an absolute amazing season, as he's kind of done under the radar in the past couple seasons. He's really been a kind of standout player in La Liga, but really kind of no one's actually acknowledged it. And it was kind of the first time that I watched him play when it was against Arsenal. I was like, wow, this guy's actually something special. He was tearing through our defensive line with ease, which a lot of players can do. But it was just so repeated from him that it was just, I was almost starstruck when I was watching him play. It was so impressive.
And it's interesting that you bring up the game against Arsenal, because for me, on paper, like you said, and like I said, United should be winning it, no question. Obviously, they're 7th place in La Liga right now. Arsenal, at the time, 9th place in the Premier League. But I think Arsenal definitely had the better team against Villarreal leading into the game. So if they've beaten a team like Arsenal in the Europa League semifinal, they might actually have a decent chance against Manchester United. Again, my prediction still stands, 3-1 United. But Villarreal will still put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah, and you also have to take into account, they're 2 different leagues. They're 2 different play styles. So this matchup is going to be super interesting because we haven't seen, the last time we saw Manchester United play versus a La Liga team, they absolutely dominated. I think it was Real Sociedad earlier in the Europa League. So, maybe the Villarreal, the way they play, if it's similar to Real Sociedad, maybe they will get thrashed. But again, like the way that Villarreal was just playing versus Arsenal, the fact that you guys only needed 1 goal and they managed to keep a 0-0 draw, that's pretty impressive. Their way of play, I think, is much different to that of the Premier League, and that might be a shock. Like that might shock Manchester United, and they might not know how to react to it.
Yeah. And also I don't like to give much to teams that my team loses to, as any fan wouldn't. But I think that we played a one striker system, and it was Gabriel Martinelli, who's not a striker. You should be holding a teenager to not score. And you've got a solid enough defensive line where they were attacking quite a bit. Obviously, they were playing possession, playing the clock, playing smart, but they were for sure not just sitting back, parking the bus, hoping to not get scored on. They were stepping their lines pretty quickly, which took me by surprise because I was like, they're not going to step up. They're going to sit back. They're going to take their 0-0 and walk away. But they were pressing us really high up the field. And I thought that, obviously after the game, we had lost. And I thought to myself, Manchester United may struggle a little bit with this because of, they have a bit of a slower back line, their center halves especially. And I think that Gerard Moreno may be able to just simply counterattack play against Manchester United. That's why I think that Villarreal is going to score at least a goal, hopefully more. And we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, so for Ole and his, mindset leading up into this game, what kind of lineup are we going to see United put out? Are they going to put out their strongest lineup, or are they going to make some subtle changes?
I think we're 100% going to see their strongest lineup. I mean, we saw, what was it, versus Leicester City when, Ole got trashed for playing such an odd lineup. It was so weird. I feel like not only does he want to win Europa League, but he doesn't want to, get the fans angry and play a lineup like that. I think we're going to see one, I guess, odd thing, but he's been doing it recently is I think Ole's going to play Pogba at left mid, have Cavani up top. It's going to be more of I think a 4-2-3-1 with like left mid, left cam, I'd say Pogba. And then you have, right mid, right cam, you have Rashford, and then Cavani up top. I feel like we might see Donny van de Beek at a DM, though. I'm not going to lie, because he's, he has the fresh legs. If there's a time you're going to play him, he's going to get played in the Europa League. I think this could be a great opportunity for him to get some game time and be able to show Manchester United and Ole that he deserves to be playing more.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've said in this podcast many times before that we love Donny van de Beek and that we think he deserves much more than he's getting right now. He's getting treated very poorly. But you've got to look on, there's kind of two sides to this. That first off, Manchester United still playing league. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that they're secured to get top 4 at this point. So no matter what happens, like ever for the rest of the season, they're going to play Champions League next year. But I think that really weird game against Leicester shocked Ole a little bit. He was like, whatever, we're going to get top 4. It's okay. But the fans wanted more. And I really like to see that. So I think they're going to go out wanting to kill. They're going to go out. They're going to win. I think that's what the fans want.
Yeah, so touching on what you said, Eco, about possibly seeing Van de Beek at a DM, or he even played he played left attacking midfielder in the second leg against Roma. It's hard to judge him, especially after the game he just had against Leicester. Wasn't the strongest lineup. He was sort of irrelevant. He didn't really do much at all. Again, you can't really judge him off that game. He's got more big game experience in Europe than, say, McTominay or Fred. And he started the last 2 games for United against Leicester and then the second leg in Rome, or against Roma. I think that's just preparation for starting him in the final. I think you've got to start Van de Beek. Whether it's Fred or McTominay, I would say it would be Fred alongside
he'd probably be
alongside
Fred.
Van de Beek. If you're doing the defensive midfielder formation, if you're doing the one that they did against Roma, put Van de Beek at one of the attacking midfielders. He's got to play. He has to. Not only to help the team, but to help his morale and to help his chances of staying in a Manchester United shirt next season.
Yeah.
I think that's also like an interesting question is what's gonna happen to him next season? I mean, is he gonna is it gonna be kind of like a Jesse Lingard situation where obviously he hasn't been at the club as long as Jesse was, but where he's just he's not getting any game time. He's kind of, I guess you could say, lost his confidence, lost his way of play. Are they gonna loan him out? He's gonna have an incredible season. And what happens there? They bring him back and he just doesn't play? Or are they going to sell him this summer because they have Jesse Lingard coming back? Maybe he'll be kind of Donnie's replacement.
I think what for me makes sense for Donnie to do is get out. Whether it's a loan or he gets sold, I think that he needs to go find a starting position, maybe in the Premier League, maybe somewhere in La Liga. But I think that he's far enough into his career. He's proven himself in Europe. Obviously, Ajax doesn't have that much competition in their own league, but he's proven himself at Ajax. And I think that we've seen a few little stints where he's been good for Man U, but Ole's just never really selected him kind of as his top man. But personally, I'd like to see Donnie play. And, for me, it doesn't matter exactly where he plays, but I think that it's important. I mean, how old is he? Early 20s still. It's important at this point in his career that he starts, that he's getting regular football, because right now he's getting none. He's getting nothing. So he's got to find something that's at least better than this.
Yeah, and I think there's also a lot of, big teams that are on the Manchester United level that could get Donny and he could have a starting spot there. I mean, off the top of my head, Juventus, although they have no funds, are in desperate need of some midfielders. I feel like he could easily get a starting spot there. I feel like, I don't know, even a Leicester City, he could get a starting spot there.
Or West Ham.
West Ham, even Liverpool, honestly need a few more midfielders. There's so many teams that are on the level of Manchester United, if not better, that need a midfielder that he could be starting for. But he's just riding the bench at Man U.
And to touch on that Liverpool comment that Eco's just made, I believe it's confirmed that Gini Wijnaldum will not be signing a contract extension. So that just opens up more funds and more space for a player like Donny van de Beek to come in. And, Gini Wijnaldum isn't the biggest creator and doesn't get the most stats. But when he's on the field, he actually is quite a presence. He's kind of everywhere at once. And that's kind of the role that Donny's played. He's kind of the everywhere at once man, going forward, coming back. And I think that that's a transfer for me that for sure makes sense.
We're going to need to see Van de Beek step up in that Wijnaldum spot if he does go to Liverpool. Liverpool is arguably one of their best and definitely most consistent players of the season. Big role to fill, obviously. Van de Beek has the talent to do it. Does he have the confidence? I mean, his confidence has taken a big, big hit after missing out on so many games for Manchester United this season. My question to you guys would be, if he was bought for 30 million euros from Ajax, what's he worth now?
I mean, I would say that he's honestly worth way more than 30 million, but because he hasn't played at all, he hasn't proven anything. I think that Manchester United would be lucky to break even and sell him back for 30 million because it takes a toll on a player to basically not play for an entire year. I mean, he's an amazing player, but you can be as good as you want, but if you're not playing for a year, your skill and your play is going to take a big hit. So I think they'd be lucky to break even. He's definitely 25 million or above. I would never say that he's lower than that.
Yeah, fully agreed. My head went straight to 25 million. And especially, we've had a really weird season this year. And I think that, 25 million for me sounds about right. And also Manchester United needs funds for players that they're going to go spend big on this summer. So I think that would be really important. And, they've got quite a few center mids actually. Kind of when you take a step back and look, they've got Pogba, McTominay, Who else?
Fred.
Fred, Matic. They've got the
Jesse
numbers.
Lingard.
They
Who?
don't need Messi Lingard.
Jesse Lingard.
But they don't particularly need the numbers in the CDM. So he's just money on the bench at this point. That's never really being utilized. So I think it's time to go.
I think another player who was also came in same time as Donny van de Beek, seems like a similar transfer where it wasn't really for the team, but it was just to say that they bought someone for the fans. Alex Telles, sure, Luke Shaw was out of form. He wasn't good, so they brought him in. But still, I mean, since the start of the year, we haven't seen Alex Telles at all. I mean, he was this incredible player before comes to Manchester United, doesn't get used. I mean, these two signings seemed pretty wasteful, and weren't they both like they amounted to 70 something million?
Somewhat expensive, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with that kind of money, you can be 20 million away from getting a player like Harry Kane. I mean, you can't just be throwing that money away because these players just aren't getting game time, and when they are, they're either not doing anything or they're just like they're playing out of position just because like they want them to get game time. I mean, Alex Telles, we've seen him a few times playing left wing, and it's like that. Sure, I mean, left backs can occasionally go up to left mid or left wing, but like that's not his position. If you're spending the big money to get an incredible left back, why are you not playing him or playing him at left wing?
Yeah, I think that this is quite a special case because we've seen Luke Shaw playing so well this year. It's really hard to find a reason to start Alex Telles, even if you're, Luke Shaw saved his legs, we need him for, but no, just start him everywhere. He's been a monster this year. There's no reason. And I do have some sympathy for Alex Telles because he was a really good player coming in. He was very hyped up transfer. People were very excited for him. And nothing, just like Donny, just nothing, which I think is also really low of Ole because the fans want to see him.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester United explored the option of trying to find a really good player from the Portuguese league. They thought they were going to get another Bruno Fernandes situation where they pick out one guy from Sporting and he becomes a star. Obviously, Bruno, fair to say, the best player on United right now, and even last season. They thought they were going to get the same with Telles. He was a left back that did not belong in the Portuguese league. He belonged in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. And I'm not saying that he's not cut out to be a part of any of these leagues, but he's not fitting in well in Manchester United. And the thing is, when a team buys a player, whether it's a small fee or a big fee, they are never guaranteed a starting spot. People assume you bring in a player, they should be starting every game. That's not how it works. You buy a player, they come into the training ground, and they fight for their spot. It's the same reason why we saw Havertz. He didn't start right away. It was Mason Mount. Look at Mason Mount now. He fought for his spot, and he's Chelsea's best player this season. Staying on the topic of Chelsea, and I guess Manchester, want to switch over to... actually, you know what? We're going to dedicate a little bit of a segment to Luke. He can brag about Arsenal beating Chelsea twice. Go on.
It's the best day of the year. London's red. Ah!
To be fair, London is red. They did the double on you guys this year.
Very true. Except, it happens. You beat Frank Lampard's Chelsea, which is nothing. And
we beat both Chelseas.
You beat Tuchel's Chelsea, which is one of the best teams in Europe right now. Champions League final. You can't. I mean, come on, dude. 28 wins from.
So when are you gonna give Chelsea credit? When are you gonna give?
But
Chelsea
actually, though, wait. How many wins does that take? I mean, we won 28.
We beat you guys twice, and we're in what? Ninth place.
Hold on, listen. I'm saying one of Europe's best teams. They've won 27 games in the last 30. That's not one of the best teams in Europe, in the hardest league, and in the Champions League.
We're
in the Champions League final.
Arsenal got 6 points from Chelsea. And that's all that really matters.
Very true. And it got you guys all the way up to 8th place. That's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
And I am elated to not have to scroll to see my team.
Respect. No, respect. I will give you guys. I was talking to our good friend Rory, who's also a big Arsenal fan. I got nothing for respect. I mean, you beating us in the first time, I was mad. I'm mad about this one too, but I respect it. You did it. Good job. All right, good job. Even though we gave you the goal, Jorginho decided to play for Arsenal for a second.
Well, you guys started Kepa. That's your own fault.
That was his first loss in his last 5 games. Yeah, granted, he played against Luton Town and Sheffield. Kept the clean sheet against Man City, though.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Yeah,
no, actually, we'll save for later because we're on.
I was gonna say, by the way, Kepa it has been confirmed by Thomas Tuchel that Kepa Arrizabalaga will be starting in the FA Cup final against Leicester City because he got them there. He
Okay.
clean sheeted Man City in the
No,
semifinal.
that's nice then.
He's gonna play. I get it. It makes sense. That's why Kepa's played today, by the way.
I gotta salute my boys. We played a horrible game and still got 3 points.
Yep.
So
Played a terrible game.
yeah.
By the way, I was watching the game with Luke today, and the entire game, they were winning the entire game. I hate my club. I hate this team sucks. I hate this team so much.
Eco was watching the Milan game. They were thrashing
7-0
Torino.
every 5 minutes.
Eco would just turn his computer on and be like, he'd be like 7, 6.
You're going backwards?
5.
Well, yeah, other way.
And,
man.
and it was just so ridiculous. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, Chelsea hit the crossbar again. Oh, they whiffed. Chelsea hit the crossbar again. Like, it was just so like, I don't know how we won.
Thank you. That's all I need.
But we won, and
We
we
won.
are better than Chelsea.
What is our main slogan?
So, we won.
Wait, hold on. What?
London is
better than
red
Chelsea?
is the slogan, I
Our
think.
slogan is a win is a win.
Oh,
You ready?
I like London is red.
It's not,
Hold on,
though.
since
Historic-
when is
by the
that
way, I will always
since
say
when
this.
Is that our slogan?
No, it's my slogan. We always say that whenever like a bad win happens. I say a win is a win. Listen, here's what I'm gonna say.
Beating
And this
Chelsea is beating Chelsea.
By the way, this is facts. I'm about to
Wait, hold on. No, I need to stop you there because you can't say a win is a win because when we had the insane penalty shootout, I was like, we won. You're like,
Well,
oh,
a win is a. Sorry, let me change.
It
the
wasn't.
slogan.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? And I'm like,
Hold on,
and
hold
I
on.
always said a win's a win. I don't care who.
You're right. You're
versus.
right. Let me rephrase the slogan. A win is a win unless you go to penalties against Rio Ave, 7th place in Portuguese.
Was it? Did you partake in one of the greatest penalty shootouts ever?
That I partake?
Yeah, actually.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Anyway,
You know who did? AC
Anyway.
Milan.
like I don't even remember what I was saying.
Arsenal
About to
won.
bring up something.
That's
Oh,
what
right. Let me
matters.
just say. Let me just say a factual statement that you can argue, but there's no use. Historically, London is red. Right now, and for the last decade, London has been blue. Can we just agree on that?
No.
And white for a little bit.
Shut up. Okay, I think the whole world, except for Spurs fans, can come together and just
Their
hate
biggest
Tottenham.
accomplishment
People
is making the
forget. Yeah, they made the final.
Harry Kane's
for that
biggest-
season. London was white.
How many league titles do they have?
Listen,
Harry
hey,
Kane's
I'm just
biggest
saying, that
accomplishment
season,
is
London
winning
was
a
white.
U21 Golden Boot.
That's so sad, isn't it?
How old is he?
27?
Yeah.
How
Well-
old is Harry Kane?
27.
Whose fault is it?
He's
though?
27.
26. I thought he was
27.
27.
Listen,
That's his own fault. Like, leave. I'm sorry.
He's
I'm
going
all
to.
About, I'm all
As
about
he should.
loyalty, but he should have gotten out a long time.
he's going to leave this season. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's good.
Supposedly
It's time.
Manchester United. That's going to be Glazer's gift to get the
Well-
fans back on their side.
You know what? I've got a thought on that because they just signed Cavani for another year, which I think is interesting because if they're gonna bring in Harry Kane, those are two very similar strikers. Very
but-
similar.
Cavani's
can't
not
start
lasting.
both.
Harry Kane is.
No, but you can't start both. Cavani's having a good season.
He's having a very
Well,
good.
actually, to be fair,
He's
you,
having a
And
much
Harry
better.
Kane's been struggling with injuries.
you
much better
can
season.
start both. You have a two-striker.
No,
formation.
but that
No.
doesn't. Bruno, no,
just
that's not working. With Bruno and Pogba, absolutely not.
Kane starts over Cavani.
No,
Yeah,
I know, but
100%.
But you've just signed Cavani on for another year. You're paying him this money. It just, for me, it's a pick one because you've got a bunch of other players who can play striker, like Greenwood, like Rashford. I don't know. Pick one.
Okay, but hear me out here. Last season, and not to bring it back to AC Milan, but this is a perfect comparison. Last season, Zlatan, incredible for us. Started this season, incredible for us, just like Cavani's been for Manchester United. Why did we start to fall off? Not fall off, but Inter just dominated. Zlatan started to get hurt. We didn't have the striker to replace him. You can't, like, players that are at the age of Zlatan and Cavani can't be starting every single game. You need to have, like, Cavani should be the second man who comes in every few games. I'm just saying.
Cavani's a bit younger than Zlatan.
It's
I mean,
like
Zlatan's,
once you get past your
4
30s, it's all the
years,
same.
yeah, but Zlatan's like 38. 39.
Benjamin
He's not Benjamin
Benjamin
Button.
Button. Benjamin Button.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Benjamin Cavani. I'm like,
Yes,
No.
Benjamin Cavani. Yes.
All right, we got sidetracked because you guys don't want me to talk about the Champions League final, which happens to be an all-English final again. I'm not. By the way, I'm not gonna be biased. I know you
No,
guys.
you are. You are.
I won't be. I promise. I won't be.
Okay, good luck.
Manchester City. For some reason, it doesn't make sense to me, but it's their first ever Champions League final. It's long overdue. Manchester City obviously deserve to be here. This is Chelsea's third Champions League final, both gone to penalties. So we'll see what happens in this one. We haven't really seen Chelsea and Manchester City put their best teams together. The last two times that Chelsea played City, Chelsea won both, but it was A- team versus A- team, or even B+ team. It wasn't the strongest possible team. So my question is, who's going to start for Chelsea and who's going to start for City? What is the strongest possible lineup?
What? Yeah, they're both going to put out their strongest lineups. It'd be stupid not to. It's
But I mean,
Champions
who,
League
in
final.
your opinion, who is the strongest lineup? Because there are so many.
Okay,
rotations.
let's go through City first.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay.
Go on, Nico. No, go on.
How are you going?
Say your point.
I was gonna start with Chelsea, but
No.
if
Let's
you
start.
guys wanna
No,
start,
because
okay, start with City,
Aiden's
start with City.
Aiden's gonna build the Chelsea lineup because
Oh,
he knows it better than we do.
Sure. Yeah.
But
See,
I think
I'd argue,
City we all know pretty equally.
You'd argue.
but I'd argue City kind of sticks with what they've been doing with the De Bruyne up
Exactly,
top.
it's easy.
It's been
Well, let's hear
working.
Yeah.
hear it.
Let's fly
All right.
through it. Okay,
Hold on.
4-2-3-1. It's gonna be Cancelo, Diaz, Stones. Ake? Was it Ake they played at left back?
Zielinski
Or Zelensky or
no. Yeah.
Or Zinchenko. Yeah, Zinchenko. Yeah. Okay.
Strong Ukrainian.
Their CDMs are going to be Rodri and Gundogan.
Yeah.
Their cam is
100%.
going to be Phil Foden,
Okay.
where he'll be on the left.
No, Phil Foden. Yeah. No.
Mahrez on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil Foden through the middle. Mahrez on the right. Sterling on the left. Kelvin up top.
Kevin up top. No one-
Kelvin?
And in goal.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Did Luke just say Kelvin?
No, Kelvin. That's how he says it.
Uh,
You've never seen that video? Oh, it's great.
No.
And
Kevin
then
De
where does Gabriel
Bruyne.
Jesus fit in? Where does Bernard
On the bench.
Nowhere. Yeah, on the bench.
really?
And then in goal, I think it's
100%.
going to be Zach Steffen because he's American.
You're so funny. Here's my little
Stars and stripes,
disagreement.
baby.
I have a little disagreement in the Man City lineup. They have been playing De Bruyne up top for a bit, but his strongest position is in the midfield.
No. It's he checks down. He's like a false nine.
But do you want to take
He's
that
basically
chance?
playing.
Don't
no,
you want to
he's
start
playing
a
as a
natural
cam
striker?
because fast wingers go behind.
Don't you want to play a natural striker in the
No.
Champions League?
No, because look at
Not
how they
against the
dominated
three back
PSG.
that Chelsea's gonna play.
Look how
Look at
Gabriel
how they
Jesus played against
dominated
Chelsea.
PSG.
Look how Gabriel
No.
Jesus played against Chelsea. Drew a pen.
No. Chelsea's gonna play a three back. You do not. It's because it's gonna
Three
pull
back
Five
rats.
back.
five back. It's just
The
same
wing
thing.
backs.
But it's
No, it's
because
three back.
No, because but
depends
but-
on. That's,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Luke,
a five
stop
back.
with the
It's a five back.
interruptions. Luke, stop with the interruptions.
But because of the way that Man City play, because they send so many players forward, it doesn't matter if it's a five back or a three back, because Kevin De Bruyne is going to check in. The fast wingers are going to go behind like they've been playing forever, because that's how they do so well. So
Guys, for those of you that can't see the chat, go send the very.
say it out. No, say it out loud.
We're not saying out loud.
Say it out loud.
you talk so much. Oh
There's some
my-
little hate. There's a little
Um,
hate going to Luke right now. Listen, it depends. Obviously, I don't watch City every week, so I don't know how they're going to line up. You can get an idea of how. I guess that's what you said is a decent lineup. Going to Chelsea, if you guys want to. Kepa
Yeah.
starting in goal. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we knew that.
That's obvious. No, okay. So Mendy at left, or excuse me.
Wait. What formation are we going in?
3-5-2.
3-5?
Wait.
No,
No,
it's-
3-4-1-2.
not two.
3-4.
No, it's
No,
one.
there's three up top. There's two wingers.
Yeah,
and a
no. It's 3-4-1.
It's like left forward, right
3-4-2-1.
forward.
Yeah, with like
I'm going
two
to tell you my
cams.
lineup and tell me what you guys think. Okay.
Go on.
Mendy in goal, obviously.
What?
What are you talking about? Are you
It's
disagreeing? with me?
Kepa. No, but it's
Oh,
No,
Kepa
it's,
in goal.
no,
Hilarious.
it's not.
Joking, I think. Mendy in goal.
No,
The
Willie
center backs
Caballero.
are going to be Rudiger. Oh, okay. Rudiger. I don't
know
know.
what I would do here.
This isn't
Christensen might
even
be
a
injured.
question.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
me,
problem.
there's no question.
Christensen might be injured. So it's going to be Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and I think Zuma. Now let me say my lineup, then you guys can.
No,
freak out
I
on me.
agree with that actually.
Left back is going to be left wing back is going to be Chilwell. Right wing back is going to be Aspilicueta over James, and we'll get into that later. He's been playing.
Okay.
He's been starting over
Yeah,
James in every
finish.
Champions League game.
Yeah.
We've got Conte and Kovacic as center defensive midfielder, assuming Kovacic is fully healthy. We've got Mason Mount as that cam.
One of the cams.
One of the cams?
right. I think he was playing the
No,
right.
We got three in the middle. So it's the two CDMs and then Mason Mount as the cam. We've got Timo on the left. We've got the false nine being Havertz. And then
No,
the
you've
right
got too many players now. That was 11.
What are you talking about?
3-4-3.
No,
it's
you
not.
can't count, buddy. You can't count,
What are
buddy.
you talking
He has
about?
the three center backs,
the two
4
fullbacks.
midfielders,
Oh no, you're right. He's right.
Cam, and then Havertz and Werner, sorry.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. No, Mason on the wing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mason on the wing, Werner on the wing, and then the false nine is Havertz.
Havertz.
Take Mason
Yeah.
out of the midfield. My bad.
Yeah.
That to me is the strongest lineup. The only one that people will probably disagree with me on is starting Aspie over James.
Yeah.
I disagree with Kovacic. I think Jorginho's going to start there.
No, he won't.
I think Tuchel prefers Jorginho. He loves
doesn't.
Jorginho. Yes, he does.
No, I think Eco brings
he
up a good
does.
point here.
Yeah, but no,
Jorginho-
listen. I'm not saying it's not a good point. Let me just say this real quick. I'm not saying it's not a good point that you bring up, but I've watched every single press conference that Tuchel's ever done. He does not prefer Jorginho over Kovacic. Kovacic has been injured the last 3 weeks. That's why he hasn't played.
I don't know. I think
I do
Jorginho's
know.
going to start. No, I think Jorginho's going to start.
You won't.
I also think Aspie might drop to the center back.
That
Yep.
could happen.
I think so.
I can get
and
behind
then
that.
Reece James would come on.
And then Reece
for
James
that
would fill
reason.
in. That
I think that Chelsea playing a more defensive lineup than usual makes sense.
I completely disagree.
Yeah,
Really?
I disagree at all.
Sitting back and
Against
playing
City, I
defensive on
guess.
City doesn't
Yeah.
help you at all.
That would mean
playing anyway against City doesn't
Wait.
really help.
I have a question.
I mean, Chelsea won last time.
If you say Chelsea are gonna play a more defensive game, does that mean you also drop back Conte and Kovacic or Jorginho? Because
Yeah.
our CDMs are not really CDM. Like Conte's not really
No.
a CDM. He
Well,
goes.
that's
box
the
to box.
beauty of playing 3-back. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if they're playing more defensively, do you think Conte's not gonna be box to box and he's gonna stay in the?
No, they still will, but defensively they're gonna
I
as a
think
back
tuck
line.
in and back. Yeah.
the only times we're gonna see Conte, get up super far is gonna be on like the occasional counterattack that you guys get, like we've seen in previous matches where Conte just like blazes forward. That's really the only times I feel like he's gonna be really getting forward.
I disagree, just because I've watched Chelsea games closer because I'm a fan. But for me, Conte is a full box to box, meaning on every attack, at least in the Madrid game and in the Porto game and the other Madrid game, he was not just doing that on the counterattack. He was forward. The amount of times he was through on goal at one point early in the game.
Yeah, and
wasn't
they
on a
didn't pass
counterattack.
it to him. Wait.
Huh?
No, there was one where he
Oh.
was wide open and they just didn't pass it.
I'm
to
talking
him.
about the game in Madrid. He had a shot on goal inside the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm saying is Conte is full box to box. He will be playing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, up and down the whole game.
Well, then that makes sense to put a more defensive center mid alongside him, like Jorginho.
Or Kovacic.
Kovacic likes to
is
go forward
more.
as well.
No. Hold on. Kovacic is way more defensive
But
than
he'll sit
Jorginho.
think
back
so?
if Conte's going up. No, Jorginho's more defensive than Kovacic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
Jorginho more defensive than Kovacic? Yes.
I'd say Kovacic is
No,
a
no,
much
I'm no doubt in
stronger
my mind.
defender than Jorginho.
Well, that's different. I'm saying more defensive. Jorginho never
Oh,
attacked.
I thought you meant who's the
No,
stronger
no.
defender.
Well, who's the better defender is Kovacic.
Kovacic,
Better-
yeah.
Kovacic is the better player.
He's a better
in my
player.
opinion.
Conte is number
Just
one, then Kovacic.
all over. I don't know, Billy Gilmore.
He after I feel
Sucks.
bad. I don't want to trash him. No, because he played so well and then he tore his ACL and then he has not been playing that well.
Yeah.
He was
Which
a
sucks
halftime
to see
substitute.
young players
What are you laughing
so
at?
mentally hard for them.
You laughing at me? Because I tore my ACL? Is that what you're?
No,
You're horrible, Eco.
I'm not. I'm not.
What are you
What
laughing
are you
about?
laughing at?
I'm not. I just laughed.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Anyway,
Score predictions?
no, you can.
Yes. Go Aiden.
I'm not. I'm not.
1-1 extra time, 1-0 late second header by
Rodri.
no, late second header by Marcus Alonso, who comes on like 10 minutes before.
You think
Marcus
Chelsea's
Alonso with
gonna
a header?
win?
Just like
Yep.
his last minute goal against City.
Exactly.
Wait,
Precisely.
are you kidding? Are you genuinely backing Chelsea?
No,
I
I'm
think
no,
he's
I'm
dead
dead
serious.
serious, saying it's gonna go to extra time, and you guys are gonna get a lucky header.
I'll take a lucky header any day.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Or it's gonna be.
I think it's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
an-
2-0
I think
Chelsea
the
dominated
goal-
game, but City's gonna win.
I think
What? Oh, I was
I
like,
think
what?
Chelsea's gonna get. I think Chelsea's gonna get a very easy goal off of an Ederson mistake. I think
I
that's
can
gonna
see that,
happen at some
actually.
point in the game because recently Ederson has made a lot of mistakes trying to
That's why Zach
pass the
Sessions been
ball
playing.
out of the box.
All right, now you want to hear my prediction?
You said you're not.
Like, I'm not
6-0 Chelsea.
Like, I'm not giving a prediction. I'm not doing it. I've never.
No, I think Chelsea's gonna play their possession game, and City's gonna get a couple counter attacks and score off them, and that's
My
what we get.
prediction is that I'm gonna be scared the whole game.
Yeah, I'd be scared shitless if we were playing against Man City as well, but
This
Yeah, actually,
kid.
This fool
You
with the.
create so much editing and you
Ugh.
talk so much. Oh my god.
I think that City scares me a lot no matter what.
Well, you're
And
Arsenal.
I'm not even a Chelsea fan. So I wish you luck.
By the way, you're an Arsenal
You're
fan. The
in
only
my
team-
prayers already.
Every team in the league scares you except for Chelsea.
Okay. I was gonna say we beat Chelsea,
Yeah.
but
Well, by the way, you know there have been,
Go
if I'm
fuck up
not
Brighton
mistaken,
and Fulham and
Arsenal have
Denver.
done the double over us. That's the only team that's done the double this season. We have not beaten West Brom. Okay, we lost and drew, which is
They're
ridiculous.
pretty good.
And
Ainsley
then
Maitland-Niles.
Haven't done and then we still have a game to play against Leicester and Aston Villa. We drew to Villa and lost to Leicester.
Yeah,
So Arsenal could be the only team that does the double if Leicester doesn't beat us.
that
That's
would be
pretty good.
fantastic.
It's a nice little
Yeah.
highlight. It's a trophy for you guys.
Did you see that one stat? The like they've been drawing all those comparisons to the 2011-12 season
So
where
it's so funny.
okay, but did you see the one today where it was like the last time that Arsenal lost to Chelsea at home was in that
Beat Chelsea
season?
at home.
Or yeah. So
Yeah,
I
the
was
last
like,
time Arsenal beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea
it's
won the
all
league.
working out.
The last time Chelsea
So
won the
crazy.
Cup, not the
It's
last
like
time.
no, but it's like 30 things like that. It also like
By
has
the
a
way,
bunch
but
of
it
like
was also,
injury
like-
stuff and like
But it was also
last time
stuff
their
about
center
2
back
goal
got
2
injured.
and like
Yeah.
2 goals
Like,
birthday
it's
was the
so
same as
crazy.
like
You can
some
do that
head
with any-
coach's birthday.
I think, by the way, there are a bunch of Chelsea news accounts that post that stuff just to
It's
be funny.
so crazy.
Don't take it serious.
No, but
Don't take it seriously.
I think some of it's real though. It's cool. It'd be
Are you
cool
an
if it
you
is.
sound like an astrology girl. That's like the equivalent of an astrology girl. You
Yeah.
believe in all these like
The rocks are talking to me.
dude. For me, I don't read into any of that stuff because
It's not cool.
I am so scared. Like I'm just need to watch this game. I just can't. I don't know. Like my emotions are all over the place. I'm freaking out right now. I'm stressed out every single day. I have dreamt
Yeah.
about the final
No, that
twice.
makes sense.
I've dreamt.
That's a little weird. That's a little
Marquinhos
weird.
came
Yeah.
on for Man City and scored a 30-yard free kick. Marquinhos, he just played for Man City in that game and scored a free kick. In my dream,
He's pretty good. He's pretty
I was
good.
pissed.
Wouldn't
And then-
surprise me if they made that transfer.
my second dream, Chelsea won 7-6. But it went
Scored
to
the same
it
amount of
went to
goals as
extra
AC
time
Milan
after
today.
7-6. Like after 90 minutes of 7-6, it went to extra time.
That would be great.
I mean, imagine they blow the 90-minute whistle with Chelsea.
Aiden, you would lose it if you guys got scored on 6 times.
Oh my god. Not
You
not
would
if we
drop
won.
dead.
No, not if they scored 7
Yeah, I was
times.
saying, if we
No,
scored
no.
7.
You would drop dead, bro. If you get scored on 6 times,
It's
But if
not good
Chelsea
because our-
scores 7 times, who cares?
no. I know what you're saying, but that's a lot for the heart to deal with. Like,
it's embarrassing.
No,
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would
no,
probably,
from a fan standpoint, I would absolutely love that, bro.
I need to
back
check
to
my
back to back to back.
like I need to have one of those.
Okay, we're gonna be watching it with Aiden. I'm gonna bring my like Apple Watch and have like a
yeah,
pulse
get him on a
rate.
heart rate. mom.
You know, by the way, I was very, very stressed during the Porto game. Imagine how I'm going to be during the final.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Can we
I
do a
can't
live
wait.
reaction video of us watching the game or something?
Yeah, put a little comp together.
Yeah, do like one of the the YouTubers Thogden and Thogdad. We should do one of those, guys.
AFTV.
Get views on TikTok, guys. Our views are falling because no one's gonna see this except for my grandma. Shout out my grandma. Shout out Chris.
Shout out Chris.
Everyone else is not gonna watch this far, so we're dropping views. We gotta do something. We gotta
Up the TikTok.
Up the TikTok. Ego's making good TikToks, but no one's checking out our podcast.
Yeah, they get a lot of views.
Views are views.
Views are views on TikTok.
But we're at we're over like 400,000 on TikTok for views.
400,000.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
If you add up all our stuff.
Wow, that's gotten us no followers on. We should get
no, on that one we got a bunch that were like, we're here from TikTok.
Yeah.
We're like,
yeah,
nice.
They lasted 2 episodes.
Yeah,
2 episodes. We got
like, that's great.
Views. It was sick. We got 400 views, and then it just like switched over to back at. We had 14 views on Phil Shane's interview. That guy's a legend, and we got like 20 views on it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. We gotta do something.
It's redonkulous.
Speaking of Rudiger, he has a broken jaw.
Yeah, broke his jaw.
Yeah, broke his jaw, and he played against Madrid.
Good for him.
The scariest thing to face is a guy with a mask.
No, that scares me. Or like
mask,
his mask was so sick though, because it was the full face, right?
Yeah, it was weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, well, he broke one of these bones, his cheekbone.
How do you do that?
His elbow, or like
must have been something like that.
Yeah, nasty elbow to the face.
When's Raul coming back? By the way, I was just thinking of head injuries. He's got to wear that weird thing.
Well, he's been in training, right?
Right. When is he?
Correct me, but he's been in training. I don't know. I don't know if he's even on contact yet.
No, I was about to say he's probably on non-contact.
But
you can't
man,
go
I'd
for
love
an
to see
ball.
him come back. I feel terrible. I'm sickened by that.
So it's such.
I was watching that live, and I was like, oh god, took the wind out of me. It was horrible.
Awful.
Yeah.
And of course, David Luiz.
That was terrible.
Typical Arsenal.
Yeah, he's out for the
rest
hatred
of the
for
David Luiz continues.
What happened to him?
He's the worst. He had some surgery that he's been needing to get. No, it was some knee or ankle thing that he's been needing to get surgery on, and he's like, well, we're not in Europa League anymore, so let me just go get it now.
Got it.
And it's why wouldn't you do it over the summer? But whatever.
How about vintage Willian scoring that free kick against West Brom? Whatever. Bringing him back to the Chelsea.
It was West Brom.
You relegated West Brom though.
Yeah.
Thank you. We don't have to play them.
I know.
It's 3 points for us now.
Yeah, actually, you're welcome.
Thank you.
But I think I don't like Willian.
What?
I can express. I don't like him.
He's a legend.
He's club. Cool. Whatever. He's got 1 goal in
it's sick.
40 appearances.
Oh.
It was a good goal, to be fair. It was a sick goal. Sick. But bro, you're a winger. Go score.
It's Arsenal. You can't ask him to do much.
He just kind of. No, I can. He just comes on the field and does a little jog, and then the game's over, and it's the worst.
Did you see that one TikTok of that Discord chat of all the Arsenal fans, and this one kid was waffling about how Pepe is better than Henry? He's after he's like, Pepe's much better than Henry. Henry, I would take Pepe in his prime over Henry any day. Everyone's laughing. He's this kid was 12. So it's
good for him.
Yeah, not really though. You don't want that take.
No, that's great. We need all kinds of takes.
That's the worst. That might be the worst take I've ever heard.
Even Aiden thinking that Chelsea is one of the best teams in Europe. That's a take that we need too.
Bro, you're an Arsenal fan. Stop talking.
I've accepted that we're bad, and I'm okay with it.
You know Arsenal's bad when the AC Milan fan is backing me up as a Chelsea.
Why'd you say it like that?
No, but they're good.
I wanted to test it out.
The AC Milan fan.
Is that not how you say it?
AC Milan.
But the way you said it, you're like
I'm an American. What do you want me to say? AC Milan.
No, you say AC Milan.
But how do you say Milan?
Milan. That's what you say.
This is. I'm an American. I'm
AC
sorry, I don't have
Milan.
an Italian.
Should we play the pronunciation game with Lodovico?
That's our next game, guys. I prepared a different game. The next game is pronunciation with Eco. He has to say a bunch of Italian names. Speaking of game,
Benedetto.
We shall go to the game. I'm never saying shall again. We're going to the game. I've prepared 5 football questions, trivia questions. Eco's lost his whiteboard.
Redo it. Wait. I'll be back in a sec. It's downstairs.
Guys, Eco's back from getting his whiteboard downstairs. I've got 5 questions prepared for the boys. Multiple choice. trivia. Let's get it. Question number 1. Who scored the first ever Premier League goal in 1992? Was it A, Brian Deane of Sheffield United, B, Lee Dixon of Arsenal, C, Stuart Ripley of Blackburn, or D, Dalian Atkinson of Aston Villa?
Oh, wait, let me write this a little bigger.
Oh, my pen's not working.
Please write the first or last name, not the letter.
Oh,
I guess you could do the letter. Never mind. All right.
can we just do the letter? Eco, you just want to do the letter?
Just do the letter if you want.
Yeah. Wait.
All right. First ever goal in the Premier League, not the Football League, the Premier League, starting 1992 to present. What do the boys reckon it is?
Hold on.
While you guys are writing that down. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, I was about to say.
All right, I got it.
All right. Let's
Visit Inside the D clothing.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Lee Dixon, because I listen to him on FIFA every day.
Yep. Eco says A. So he said? I didn't look at yours.
Yeah.
The correct answer
he said A.
was Sheffield United's own Brian Deane. 1 point to load of
Bro,
people.
he would only
But
pick that.
how
if
is
it's
someone
Sheffield.
even supposed to know that?
You're not supposed to know.
It's
that.
Sheffield. It's Sheffield.
Random question. Question number 2. It's not an Inside the D podcast if there's no Chelsea question. In the year that Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012, they also won the FA Cup against Liverpool. Who scored the winner? Was it A, Ramirez, B, Salomon Kalou, C, John Terry, the captain, or D, the final man himself, Didier Drogba?
Can you repeat the first two?
Ramirez and Kalou.
Haven't a clue.
That's Chris MD's old FIFA club name.
Okay. You ready, Luke?
Let's get the answers. Luke says A. Eco says B.
I was deciding between A and B. Can I tell my reasoning?
Would you like to hear the answer?
Oh, yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
Well, you
I'd
said
like to
A,
hear that I write
Ramirez.
first.
Ramirez scored in that game, but not the winner. Didier Drogba scored the winner.
No, he was the first one I ruled out because I was like,
Why would I
Yeah,
put
Eden's
too
going to put
obvious.
him because of the Champions League. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's not going to be John Terry because then Aiden would never shut up about that. And then, so I was
John
just
Terry?
picking
Why
between
would I
A
not?
and B. I don't know. But then I was just picking
Wait,
between A and B. And
Yeah, I would never
It
shut up
was
about
neither.
John Terry scoring in the FA Cup final. Like, he's the
Yeah.
greatest Premier League center back of all time. Anyway,
Well,
question number 3. Luke leads? No, Eco leads
nope,
1-0.
Eco's up. Yeah. Somehow.
The derby of eternal enemies is the derby match between what two sides?
I know. We literally just learned about this in
Sports
in
business.
business and sports. Yeah.
No, okay. This is unfair.
No.
No, but I knew it before because me and Aiden have gotten into like
First of all, time
arguments
out.
about this.
Time out. I learned about a different one and I think we'll see. I actually have. I'm not going to say because it's going to mess up the answers, but I don't think Eco's getting this right.
Yeah.
A. Olympiakos versus Panathinaikos in the Greek Super League. B. Red Star Belgrade versus FK Partizan in Serbia. C. River Plate versus Boca Juniors in Argentina. Or D. Ajax versus PSV in the Netherlands.
What is it
What's the
called?
derby called? Yeah.
The derby of eternal enemies.
Yeah.
Maybe
There's no way that there's two of these.
Maybe I'm just trying to
Same
get in your
name.
head. Maybe you got it right. I'm just trying to push you off. We'll see.
I'll go with my gut.
I've done an AJ3 here.
Luke, Luke, put your answer first. I want to see. I want to see your answer
I
first.
did B, but
You said
AJ3 could be A.
I knew Eco was going to say B. That is the Red Star Belgrade versus Partizan. That is the eternal derby. Not the derby of eternal enemies. That is Olympiakos versus
Do I get half a point?
which is A.
Give me
You
half
don't
a
get a
point.
point for that. you
No,
half a
no, he
point.
does not.
can't
half a
put two
point.
answers.
No, no way.
No point for
Okay,
Luke.
hold on.
He's not we watched the video on it and it's not and you got it
Bro,
wrong.
can I get a half a point because like one of them was on my board?
Yeah, right. That's the same thing that
One
you're
of them
doing.
was.
Luke, he got it wrong. I put it in Red
AJ
Star because I knew that he was going to think it was that. Different derby.
Okay.
2 more questions. Luke, you can
So-
still win. If you get
Still 1-0. Yeah.
yeah, still wins it, but you can still win. There's 2 more questions. Which of the following numbers can a West Ham player never wear again? A, 8, B, 6, C, 22, or D, 17? Never again. It's a retired jersey number.
Okay, I've got my answer.
All right.
Hopefully I get it right.
I was thinking.
You ready, Ika?
3, 2, 1.
I'm good.
You say A. You say C. The correct answer was B, 6. Or, in my opinion, the greatest English center back of all time, World Cup winning Bobby Moore, number 6 for West Ham. I know you guys both know him because of FIFA. He played for West Ham if you didn't know.
He won the World Cup.
He won the World Cup.
Yeah. He has
Question
a really
number
cool
5.
dynamic picture.
Luke, you can draw. You can't win. You can draw. Ego, if you win.
Oh, I was like, I have to draw something? It scared me.
No. Question number 5. Who has scored the most own goals between our 3 clubs, Milan, Arsenal, and Chelsea? Is it A, Franco Baresi, B, Tony Adams, C, Cesar Azpilicueta, or D, Laurent Koscielny?
I want to say
Arsenal
my club.
one's in there, by the way.
Yeah.
How to do it?
Asshole.
Who's got the most own
Can you
goals?
repeat them again? Just one more time.
Baresi, Adams, Aspi, or Koscielny?
I feel like it's gonna be Baresi because Aiden just wants to shit on AC Milan, but I'm not gonna go with him.
Okay. By the way, I can't really shit on Baresi as he's one of the best Italian center backs of all time.
Yeah, but it's AC Milan, so you never know.
AC Milan.
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 Okay, I have.
Let's get the answers. Luke says.
Oh!
Wow, you
Means I
guys have
secured
both
a win.
gone with
I secured
Tony
a
Adams.
win.
Tony Adams has the most own goals in
You
Arsenal's
know why
club
I put
history.
that?
In Arsenal's club history with 4. Baresi has 8.
I knew it.
The reason why I put Baresi is because he's obviously the best player on that list.
No.
You guys wouldn't think that. Who's better than Baresi? on that list?
Koscielny's better.
Like,
Koscielny's
bro, come on.
better.
Baresi's miles better than
Gibbsy.
all of them. And I
Baresi
love
and
that.
Maldini are the greatest center back combination that's ever graced this earth.
I mean, look at all these AC Milan center backs: Baresi, Maldini, Nesta, Thiago Silva,
Yeah.
Cannavaro.
Yeah.
Kier. By the way,
Romagnoli.
because Luke or Ecos won the game, but before we end this, Parker and I were talking yesterday about how you were anti-Tomori and now you.
First of all, no. I was never anti-Tomori. I was
Kier starts.
I was anti. Yeah, and was I
Over
wrong?
Tomori. You said it was Kier and Romagnoli. You said Tomori wouldn't start.
Was I no?
No, but
was
in
I
the
wrong?
beginning, that makes sense because it was
But
like new guy.
Parker and I knew that he was going to become a star, and look at him.
I was never against Tomori. I was just preferred Kier, and I still prefer Kier to Tomori, but Tomori Kier will be the best center back duo in Serie A for 2 years until Kier
You
dies.
got to replace Kier.
Oh, we have Romagnoli.
I mean, you got to get a new center back to go along to get what's another English center back that you could just have like the English
Chris Smalling.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. Good center back, by the way.
I like Chris
Teams
Smalling.
aside.
He's great. He
Oh,
should have
stop it.
been part
Did
of
you
the-
see that?
He should have been Prem Tots.
He'll be
FIFA.
captaining England in the Euros most likely, right?
Will he?
Will it be
Tomori should be called up to England because
Oh yeah.
Southgate won't do it because
Southgate
no
no,
doubt- no doubt
Southgate
about
Southgate said he's looking for a new center back and Tomori's just destroying
Right.
Italy and he doesn't even look there.
Stones and
Can we
Maguire,
Hold on, can we talk about something for a second?
of course.
You know, Theo Hernandez has still not been called up to the French national
Yeah.
team.
I think it's
They're
ridiculous.
playing Mendy over him.
Berland or Ben?
Mendy.
Either way, though,
Both of them are called up. Both of them are called up over Theo, and Theo
he's glitching out.
He's
Both
gone.
of them
But he's
gone.
saying Teo's the best left back in the world.
What?
He's the best in Italy. Blah blah blah. I'm a Milan
Listen,
fan.
I mean, Teo's
It's-
definitely the best in Italy and the best in France or for
don't.
France.
I was just
the
about to
best
say
for France.
this
Yeah.
might be a controversial thing. It looks
Yeah.
like you guys agree. Theo Hernandez is better than Ferland Mendy. Is that
Yeah.
a fair? Okay, because a lot of people disagree.
100%.
Okay, a lot of people
Look,
say Ferland is
Ferland
better.
Mendy. The only reason Ferland Mendy has hype is because he's good in FIFA.
And well, no, but
Yes,
fair enough. No, not the only reason.
yes.
No, he's
No,
good.
got
He's good,
potential.
but Teo's just a lot better.
Theo's just better.
Taylor's proven himself.
Benjamin's
He's a
just
baller.
Benjamin's gone.
Benjamin is.
I don't know. He's had a couple informs this year if we're going off of FIFA.
I'm not going off of FIFA. I'll never go off of FIFA. I stopped playing FIFA. I should play more, but I'm
Nico's
bad.
going off FIFA.
No,
Anyway,
no,
guys.
I'm not.
That does it for this episode of Inside the D. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.